Stanton was back with 2 Indians he had gotten from Sutter. He had mules and food. McCutcheon had had to stay behind at Sutter's fort due to an illness, but the settlers were overjoyed to see them.
Yes! Food! Oh, I've longed to remember something as good as this tastes!
When the Donner Party reached Truckee Lake, now renamed as Donner Lake, they were forced to build small cabins, for the snow was too deep and it was too cold to continue going.
Among the snowshoers were 5 women and 12 men. Among these were the 2 Indians. It was a tough trail walking with those heavy snowshoes, and every day Stanton became weaker and weaker until one day he didn't come to camp at all. The settlers would lay planks of wood atop the snow and light a fire. They'd eat what little food they could spare and rest, until one day all the food ran out. They started to have delirious dreams of what the food would taste like when they could eat it again. They realized that the first person to die would be the one that they'd have to consume. This person was Antonio the Mexican. After Antonio came Uncle Billy Graves, Jolly Patrick Dolan, Lemuel Murphy, Uncle Jake Donner, Sam Shoemaker, James Smith, the Dutchman Reinhardt, and Dutch Charlie, all of whom were consumed in order to keep those that remained alive.
Well, that's just fantastic! You know, I ate a delicious human burger last night for dinner. Just kidding!
When they reached the valley, Mr. Eddy and the other surviving snowshoers traveled on ahead of Mr. Foster because they knew he was going to shoot the already dying Indians.
They boiled their oxenhide into a slippery, gluey substance, and they had to eat it. When that ran out, they ate their dog. Then they ate their deceased fellow people, whose names were Lewis Keysburg Jr., Landrum Murphy, Harriet McCutcheon, Margaret Eddy, Eleanor Eddy, Augustus Blitzer, Milt Elliott, Catherine Pike, Ada Keysburg, John Denton, William Hook, George Foster, James Eddy, Isaac Donner, Franklin Graves Jr., Elizabeth Graves, Louis Donner, Elizabeth Donner, Samuel Donner, Levian Donner, George Donner, and lastly, Tamsin Donner. Meanwhile, at Sutter's Fort.
Reed! McCutcheon! Why are you here? Where are the others? I was banished, but we must get more people together and go and find them. Right you are, Reed.
Grouped together men and supplies to go up the mountain. When they reached Truckee Lake, there was much rejoicing, but they did not delay, for they still had a long journey ahead of them.
When they reached the Sacramento Valley, each said their goodbyes and went their separate ways, regretting ever having taken Hastings cut off. Forever they would have to live with the tragic memories of the Donner Party.
Well, isn't that a sweet story? My special friend thinks so. By the way, like her new hairdo? I did it. Did you know that this is her favorite bedtime story? Puts her right to sleep every time.
Dun, dun, dun.
If you shall die, I'll eat your body. Just pay me back with relief from starvation. Be my dinner, and I'll consume you. Yeah. Cut open your body, I'll eat your organs, especially your kidney, 'cause it tastes so sweet. And sweet munchies that we can share. With much care we'll consume you. Oh, I thought they meant it when they said you can't buy food. If these savages lent it, then we wouldn't have eaten you. Too bad.